I guess I should say that this whole training block is going to be geared towards running another back on the grass again. Nice easy recovery run after yesterday's long run. Now I've had a lot of people asking me what now after completing the MAF or 80-20 project, and in this video I'm going to go through my future plans, races, goals, and if you follow me on Strava, guys, you probably got some sort of an idea what might be coming. So let's get this recovery run done, and then we'll talk about what's going to happen with my running in the future. Okay, so what now for my running? Well, those are eagle eyes who follow me on Strava, and if you'd like to follow me on Strava, I'll leave a link in the descriptions below or put it somewhere here on screen. But over the past month, you'll probably have noticed that my weekly mileage has now gone above 100 kilometers a week. What's that, 60 miles a week? Also, my long runs are now 30k and beyond. And I've started doing some specific pace in some of the speed sessions as well. So what does all that mean? Well, if you said it looks a little bit like a marathon preparation, you'd be spot on. Yes, I'm about to embark on a 12-week training block aimed at the Melbourne Marathon in October 10. Now, I have run the Melbourne Marathon a couple of times before. I ran it 1 year with Trish, and then in 2017, I ran a sub-3 there. It was my second sub-3. I ran 2:56.18. Really like the course. It's a fast course. It has an iconic finish, finishing inside the MCG. It starts in the Melbourne Olympic precinct. It goes out through Albert Park, where the Formula One Grand Prix is held normally, outside of what we're going through with COVID. Out to St Kilda along the beach area there, and then back through the Tan and running into the MCG is a tremendous buzz. Over the past couple of weeks I have been sort of just experimenting with a few sessions to see what I might include in this 12-week training block. Now, I haven't actually set in stone what that 12-week training block will look like at the moment. All I do know is that the Melbourne Marathon is on October 10, and on the way through, as part of this training block, I'm going to run a half marathon at the Sunshine Coast Marathon. Now that comes up in week 4, and that date is August 29, so that's 4 weeks from now. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm going to run the Bridge to Brisbane 10-kilometre fun run over one of the main bridges here in Brisbane and along the river, and finishing at the Brisbane Showgrounds. Would really like to have found another half marathon, probably 3 or 4 weeks out from the Melbourne Marathon, but it's not going to happen because there is a fly in the ointment to this training block, and that is that just over 3 weeks before the Melbourne Marathon, I have to go and get my wisdom teeth out. Now, yes, it's not ideal, but I have been putting this procedure off for some time, or I should say for many years, but the time's come that I've just got to get them out. And it's just unfortunate that the earliest time that I can get in is just that 3-week date before the Melbourne Marathon. I think it'll be okay. I'm getting towards the end of that 12-week training block. I'm hoping that I will recover okay from the procedure. I'm hoping that I'll only have a day or two where I won't be able to run, but we'll just see how it goes. Got 9 good solid weeks to prepare before then. Ideally, as part of a 12-week block, that week 9 to 10 would be the last sort of big week before I go into a taper anyway. It should be okay. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it will be. There's nothing I can do about it. They've got to come out. and that's end of story. Now, I've been really careful up until this point of this year. I had a really slow, gradual build-up. Coming out of the MAF or 80-20 project, which I did in the first half of the year, 11 weeks of MAF, 11 weeks of the 80-20, and the last probably 2 or 3 weeks I've just started to ramp up a few marathon specific sessions, and I hope to be able to take you on a few more sessions. As I said, I'm experimenting with a couple of sessions now that I'm probably going to introduce as part of this training block. I'm going to talk more about my training block in the next video, guys, where I will probably set in stone a little bit more of what that training block will look like, what sort of mileage I will get to. Really, on the mileage side of things, I don't really want to do much more than I'm doing at the moment. I'm sort of sitting around that 114, 115k mark, which is what, 63 miles. You know, I probably will max out at maybe 120, maybe 125k for the week. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to set that in stone and show you in the next video, take you on some of the sessions that I'm going to do in this training block. I guess I should say that this whole training block is going to be geared towards running another sub-3 hour marathon. I'm 55 now. It's been 4 years since I ran my last sub-3 marathon, and if you have been following along with the channel for some time, you know that in that 4-year period I've had issues. I've had a couple of knee issues, I've broke my toe, I've had a health scare. What else has gone wrong? Oh, I broke my ankle as well. Really feeling now that I've had a good solid first 6 months of the year, laying down a strong aerobic base, and I'm feeling that I'm heading in the right direction for another sub-3 there at Melbourne in October. So we'll see how it goes over those 12 weeks. Hope you're going to come along on this journey. It's another series, guys. I guess you could call it, it's an all-in for a sub-3 series. The body's feeling really good at the moment. I'm starting to hit some good goal paces that I think I need to hit. Yeah, it's all on the up and up. All that needs to be done now is to put in 10 really good weeks of training and enjoy a 2-week taper with those other races as well along the way, the Sunshine Coast Half Marathon and the Bridge to Brisbane 10K. I'll set some goals for those 2 events a little bit closer to the time, so make sure you stick around to see what they are as well. That's my future plans for the next 12 weeks. Come along for the journey, see where it lands, and hopefully, all going well, I can cross that finish line at the MCG in October with a time that starts with a 2. All right, so I'm going to sign off now, guys. So this recovery run, about 12k, really steady. I'll put all the details up on screen so you can just see how steady it is. But the whole idea, getting on the grass, just taking a little bit of stress away from the body, get off those hard surfaces like the bitumen, the footpaths, just give the body a little bit of a reprieve for a day. Staple of my weekly running, getting on the grass on a Monday, recover from that long run, sets you up well for the week ahead. And for me, I reckon it's one of the most important sessions of the week. I did mention about the Project MAF or 80-20 series that I've just come out of. Have a look at these videos, guys, if you want to see what that series was all about. But until I see you next time, stay safe, happy running, and I'll catch you in the next video. Hooroo.